Hello.
Hello, Internet.
How's everyone doing today?
I hope it's good.
We're here to play some anime.
Some anime.
Some anime.
This is Phoenix Wright. We're gonna play Ace Attorney today, the first game in the series. I love these games, personally. These are some fun visual novel games about Phoenix Wright. And he's an attorney, but obviously, because it's a video game, he doesn't really do attorney things. He only does the cool parts, and also does the investigation parts. Yeah. It's very fun.
So half of this game is not writing, like, his build hours out and...
You don't have to write...
contacting clients.
anything in this game.
Okay. So not like being an attorney at all.
It's not at all like being an attorney. You do get to say objection, and you do get to say, take that!
Attorneys don't say that.
Phoenix Wright does.
Okay.
When he has a key piece of evidence.
So he's also a bad attorney, is what
Phoenix is a bad attorney. I told Sean I'd give we have a warning on the screen. I told Sean I'd give a couple of disclaimers up front. This game does do some screen shaking and flashing when exciting things happen. So a warning for that. If flashing screens get you, probably don't stick around for this one. Because they just come out of nowhere and the screen will flash at you. They're brief, but that doesn't work for some people's eyes and brains. And then also, this is obviously the re-release of the trilogy. This game originally came out in 2001, so not all of the characters are wonderful, well-rounded people. So we're just gonna take that with a low grain of salt, but it's very fun. But yeah, it's a fun visual novel investigative game in which you get to play the world's best, also worst attorney.
So you've played a good amount of the first one.
I've played all the first one.
Okay.
But it was a long time ago. And then some of the second one.
So no spoilers.
Not played the no spoilers, but we are gonna play the first one. It's been a long time since I actually played the first few cases of this, so I don't remember most of it anyway. But yes, I've played these games. I love these games very much. They're very silly. And all the characters, well, most of the characters have really silly names.
Should we get started?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Let's solve a crime.
Oh boy.
So, like I said, anime.
Okay.
Gasp. A murder most foul.
I can't get caught. Not like this. Are we gonna voice these? It seems like we have a limited amount of time. Yeah.
No, for most of them it'll let you click through.
Okay.
He's gonna pin a murder on someone. Make it look like he did it. So the great thing about this first case is that you as the player do know who did it.
Okay.
Do you want to be Phoenix, right?
Sure.
I'll be other people.
Boy, I'm nervous.
That's
No.
not what Phoenix is. It can't be. Please, not today.
Boy, am I nervous.
Right.
Wrong. Damn, that outfit.
That's his boss.
Oh, hiya, Chief.
Whew. I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. You probably told him to, Mia. It says a lot about you. And your client as well.
Thanks. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor.
It's a bad reason to take a case. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? I have to take you off this case.
Yes. Actually, I kind of owe my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney.
Well, that's news to me. It doesn't seem like a conflict of interest at all.
Wait, his name isn't... Oh, yeah, his name's Phoenix.
His name is Phoenix.
Not Ace. Phoenix Ace Wright. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much.
We understand. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there?
Yeah, it's him.
Death! Despair! Oh! I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die.
Yeah.
Nick! He also calls you Nick. Which is kind of a nickname for Phoenix, I guess.
Is it? Oh, well, I guess Phoenix. Nick.
Yeah, he calls you Nick.
Okay.
This is Larry.
Hey there, Larry.
Dude! I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Give me the death sentence. I ain't afraid to die.
What? What's wrong, Larry?
Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Oh, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away?
The person responsible for your girlfriend's death?
The blue is his inner monologue.
The newspapers say it was you. My name is Phoenix Wright.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Here's the story. My first case is a fairly simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts. My best friend since grade school.
A real conflict of interest.
You can represent people that you have.
Just seems like you shouldn't.
Yeah. Okay, again, I don't know much about the Japanese legal system, so it also could be different.
I do not think, just based on what I know about how the trial system works in this game, I do not think it's accurate.
We're just going to assume that all this is exactly accurate too.
Because, so, I'll say, in these games, it narratively, it's not a spoiler, but narratively, it comes out that recently, the trial system was so gummed up and everything was taking so long that they passed a new law that a trial can only go on for a maximum of 3 days.
Oh.
And if you don't finish it by the 3rd day, that fucker's guilty.
Okay.
But you have to do 3 days. You have 3 days of trial, and that's all you get.
All right.
I don't think that's accurate. Anybody out there from Japan, please tell me.
Yeah. Our school is saying... Sorry, this good joke has been on the screen for a while.
It's a good joke.
Our school is saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true.
Poor Larry.
He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say, though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck.
Aw, Larry.
But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. And that I owe him one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name.
That's nice.
And that's just what I'm gonna do. August 3rd, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 2.
That was just like the Law and Order man. Bum, 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 ba-da. We're gonna get a takedown one.
Okay.
Oh, I love the judge too.
Oh, shit, can I voice the judge?
Yes, you can be the
The
judge.
court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butt.
You're gonna have to talk to yourself. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The, defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
He got younger the second time around.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm a little nervous.
Hey, Phoenix, don't say that shit.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge. For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves. Thank you, Your Honor.
Phoenix, get it together.
Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
This is the tutorial.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor. Gulp. Hands shaking, knees weak, arms spaghetti, vomit on his shirt already.
Believe me, eyesight fading.
Mom spaghetti. I already said spaghetti. Eyesight fading. This test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case. It's Larry Butts.
It is.
The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
You had to think about it.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next
You
question.
do have to pay attention.
This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name? Whew, I know this one. Glad I read that the case report cover to cover so many times. It's... wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here.
Phoenix! Are you absolutely sure you're up to this? You don't even know the victim's name?
Oh, the victim. Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot. Temporarily.
I think I feel a migraine coming on. Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press the R button on your attorney tablet to check it at any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please. I'm begging you.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this
Now,
case?
so you can press R, and you can cycle through things.
Okay. So I
and
got
then
the...
it'll tell you. It's your attorney badge. I like how it says, go back to it. No one would believe I was a defense attorney if I didn't carry this.
So how do I... Okay, so it's just Cindy's autopsy
Her name's
report.
Cindy.
There's no, like, additional information here. It's just whatever it
No,
says there.
that's the information, yeah.
Gotcha.
You can also, if you hit R while you're here, it goes to, like, all the people you've met. There she is.
Cindy Stone. Okay.
So you always have access to all this information.
Cool.
Cinder Block.
Cinder Block.
Well, you know it's not Mia Fey, because that's your boss.
Yeah. The victim's name is Cindy Stone. Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was... And it was hit with a blunt object.
You can always check it. Not sure.
She was struck once by a blunt object. Correct. You've answered all my questions. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed.
You know what's going on here.
You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Who would?
Well then. First, a question for the prosecution. Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt... struck with a blunt object.
You okay?
Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was this statue of the Thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts this into evidence.
Now it's in your record.
Alright.
Right? Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Use the R button on your attorney tablet to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Witness time. The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand.
Chief, what do I do now?
Did this guy go to law school? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate.
Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad.
Ahem. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy! We were great together! We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony! Please don't yell at your own attorney.
Didn't they all die?
I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls. Or seeing me. Ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, what you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you, and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. He's doing well. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died.
Alright. Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Yes. Dude. No way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. I like how it's in quotes.
I can just imagine the attorney in court. It seems that she had several sugar daddies.
I wish. Daddies? Sugar? Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Get it, girl? Dude! We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was.
Damn,
Come on, buddy.
Isn't he supposed to be representing the victim? Why is he being so shitty towards her?
Because this is what actually happens. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right? I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah, Larry's way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I?
You can decide.
Okay. I would object to that. It's not... My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case.
Oof. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog. She wasn't cheating on you, Larry. You weren't dating. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
This judge just lets anything happen. I believe the accused motive is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
No, he didn't know about this until right now.
Oh boy, this is not looking good.
Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Nope. Well, did you or did you not? Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't. Larry.
Uh-oh, he went.
Larry, no.
What do I do? I can't stop him from answering that. That's relevant to the case, and he's got to actually answer the question. I know. I'll send him a signal. Tell the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. I was there. I went. Gasp.
Order. Well, Mr. Butts.
Dude, chill. She wasn't home, man, so, like, I didn't see her. Your Honor, the defendant is lying.
Lying?
The prosecution would like to call a witness who can prove Mr. Butts is lying.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The judge is always shocked at what's happening. The man who found the victim's body. Just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Does playing this like an actual lawyer cause you to lose? I don't think you can really play it like an actual lawyer.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor.
This is bad.
On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please bring Mr. Frank Sawit to the stand. Get it? Because he saw it?
He's also the murderer.
He's the murderer. Mr. Sawit, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct? Oh yes, newspapers. Yes.
Mr. Sawit, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder.
Testimony time. Witness account. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working.
So he did go inside.
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. Exactly. I remember the time exactly. It was 1:00 p.m. The man who ran was, without a doubt, the defendant sitting right over there. And no one asked Frank.
Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against testimony like that.
Can't you?
Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working?
Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building.
Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout?
Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Sawit used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal.
6 p.m. the day of the crime. Okay. No, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor?
Did he... This fool just passed the bar. All right, right, this is it, the real deal.
What exactly am I supposed to do?
Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave.
Lies? What? He was lying.
Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty?
How do I prove he's not?
You hold the key. It's in the evidence. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you've found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face.
I love that they refer to it like that.
Like, ah, gotcha.
Don't
bitch.
not impeach him or rub it in his face.
RJ says he passed the bar, a low bar, but a bar nonetheless.
Okay.
Open the court record with the R button and point out the contradictions in the testimony. Okay, this is the hard part.
All right. So, witness's account. Now, we know he said...
Okay, so...
I was going to door selling subscriptions when I saw the man fleeing, so I want to...
Do you have anything that contradicts this particular statement?
I don't have anything that contradicts
Then you go
that.
to the next one. I thought he might be in a hurry because he left the door half open behind him. And you can flip back and forth through them, too.
I don't think I have anything that would contradict
Thinking it
that.
strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there, a woman not moving, dead.
We know she was on the floor dead.
I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. You can also press him on stuff. So, like, if you think that he's, like, not telling the truth or, like, has more information, then you can hit L and you can press him.
Now, I should press him on this because he said he went inside to check the phone.
Well, then
too.
you should probably press him on the phone thing. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment was working. So if you press... So you press L. And he says, hold it!
The phone in her apartment wasn't working.
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't. Right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entranceway. I reached inside and tried using that to call. And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next? So you see you start to get a little bit more information.
I see.
I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m.
Okay. So I want to check something because cause of death was between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m.
Hmm?
And we know that the electricity was out in at 6 p.m. that day.
He also just said that he found her and went to call the police at 1 p.m.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check. I'm gonna present this information because
Say you couldn't have found her dead because she didn't die until 4.
you found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure?
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report.
That's my favorite thing.
The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that! Oh, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time. That's not how this works, but... Judge is like, no.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
I like her.
I love Mia so much. Oh wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
So now he changes his testimony. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. How? That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
But
How
if
would-
the TV was on, how the power,
was out.
the phone would have been working. I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
They're not always this simple.
Oh, yeah.
Right. You know what to do.
I've got this one. This one's easy.
This one's easy.
All right. Let's see when I found the body. I heard the time. There was a voice saying it was probably coming from the television. Now, is this a... So... This one we have...
You have this saying the
Or
electricity was out in the
I
building.
could press him because he said that the phone was... The only downside of doing pressing somebody, and I can also present witness.
can do
I
both,
can do
yeah.
both. Okay, so I'm gonna press him on this first. Are you saying it was a television and not a radio?
Well, no, I guess it might have been a radio. Incidentally, there was no radio on the premises. There was only one large television. Right. I can't put my finger on it, but something about this seems fishy. Something about hearing the television. The witness has testified. He heard the time. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it?
Okay,
It was the voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television.
now should I go through?
But it was 3 hours off. The victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m.
Okay,
I guess the victim must have been watching the videotape program, so
just going back.
I don't know if it should be on this one or on the television one, but the power was out, so the TV
Yeah.
couldn't even on.
I'll try that.
It's X to present.
Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Ah!
The defense has a point. Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawin?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sawin? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
So angry.
These constant contradictions are harming your credibility.
That's corrections.
That, and you seem rather distraught.
Hi, Mecca.
Hey, Mecca.
Ah, we're solving crime. But my apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawin. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
That's generally how it goes.
Okay.
Keep pushing them, and they keep correcting.
So you
stuff
don't actually
until finally you catch them.
You don't actually have to like go and like investigate anything.
Oh no,
you're
you
doing.
do.
Okay.
This is just a tutorial
okay,
teaching you
okay.
how to do this. Yeah, no, you do investigate. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Just like my name. And there was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
You saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness. Gladly.
So Alex wants to know IRL, would a judge just be able to be like, that's bullshit? Or
Yeah,
does the lawyer have to
A
do
judge
it?
would have discretion to, if they felt that there was some sort of or a witness wasn't credible.
This
they
is
could do
the
that.
expert over here.
Again in the American
Legal system.
A judge can do whatever the fuck they want in their courtroom.
Cool.
All right.
That's a cool job. Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there?
So yeah.
The murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim.
Yeah, so he's saying that the murder weapon was a table clock.
Hmm?
But we know it wasn't. We know that the murder weapon was a statue. Because through the corner.
And you can present. That's the murder weapon.
Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now how is this supposed to be a clock?
What? You with your objections and your evidence? Just who do you think you are?
Just answer the question, Mr. Sawit.
Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Yeah, I mean, they have to follow the law, and like their rulings and what they do is subject to the law, and they can be objected to and then appealed to higher courts. But
If somebody's
a
pulling a
judge-
bunch of bullshit,
a judge has
"Cut it out."
discretion, yeah, to implement the rules of evidence however they see fit.
Hey, follow the law, boo. That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies. That seems like withholding like important information.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with this testimony now? Yes, how did he know that?
You do. How do you know it was a clock?
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified he never entered the apartment.
Good job, Phoenix.
Clearly a contradiction. Indeed. The witness knew it was a clock because he went to the apartment. Yeah.
Some of these are easier than others.
You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there. Something a guilty
I'll
person
do
would
better
say.
than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Sawit, the sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim.
That would freak me out.
That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
He is right. This is
He's
baseless
right.
conjecture.
You're just making shit up, buddy.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Would the witness care to elaborate? Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never. Look, the clock I heard, no, I mean I saw. Alright. Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him. He killed her and he should burn. Burn! Give him death!
Order. Order in the court, I say.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright. Your Honor, you claim the sound of the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? The whole case is riding on this. I better think through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawit heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply...
Now, you do have this bar up here, right?
Yeah.
So for some of these, if you fuck them up, you lose ticks on that bar, and if you lose all of them, you lose. Now start over.
Okay. I'm thinking
Just try it right now.
Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I ask the court to listen very carefully. That certainly is.
I think it's 8:25.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time. Well, he is the thinker, after all.
He thinks it's that time.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright? Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow.
How would you have a clock that's 3 hours slow?
Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawit heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawit, try to talk your way out of this one.
This is exactly what court is like, right? Ha! Ha ha! You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
While it may seem like the clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it. I was so close. Mr. Wright, it seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim. Yes, Your Honor. This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawit.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal. You lawyers are all slime.
Damn it, it's doing it again.
Oh no.
Grr, I almost had him. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Or is there? Not so fast, Mr. Sawit.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But, Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box.
Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow, and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
I can.
You can.
Because she brought it with her from Paris. Maybe I can prove it.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it, and let them have it.
Well,
Everyone in
Mr.
chat
Wright.
is just yelling it was daylight
Light savings. Yeah, it was running slow because she just flew in from Paris, right? I don't know what the time. I don't know personally what the time difference is
The
between
day before the murder.
Japan and Paris, but have you found evidence to support this claim? Of course. There's a piece of evidence in the court records that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
You have
Because I
her
have her
passport,
passport, yeah.
which says that she got home the day before. It's definitely more than 3 hours to Paris, Japan. Well,
I don't know. The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. When it's 4 p.m. there, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Ah, gotcha. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Yeah! He just died.
he just dies.
I killed the man with the
You
truth.
killed him.
Order!
Truth bullets.
Order, I say!
Nah, he's fine.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have to say, I'm impressed.
You
It
sound
was
just
still
like-
looking at him, and so I was confused. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly
Wow.
and find the true culprit at the same time.
Wow.
Thank you, Your Honor. At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. And,
And you
confetti in the courtroom?
Because you won.
Do they just have confetti cannons in this courtroom?
That's just for you.
Okay. And with that, this court is adjourned.
Yay. So that's how this part works.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check out and see where people were when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. August 3rd, 2:32 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Boom, boom. Whew. I can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all. Not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Aw, Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no. I mean, bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Never mind.
Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
The murder weapon?
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Don't that make you want to just cry?
Larry.
Are you so sure? Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Right? Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about them?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? It's my attorney's badge. Because she had the other statue. And she brought it to Paris. Because if he made it for her, she brought it to Paris with her. Instead of buying it there like we thought. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better.
Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. Right. Listen, learn, grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Never. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off?
Yeah, I guess so. I wish my bosses would say things
Say,
like that to me.
how about dinner? On me. We'll drink a toast to innocent butts.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him.
Yeah, part at least.
You'll have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks?
Is our boss
I
flirting
think your
with
boss
us?
just asked you out.
And so, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped me on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then. But that clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise I wouldn't be able to keep. She gonna die?
Dun dun dun. The end. That's first episode.
Oh boy. Oh, I need to click it, but all right. Save our
your
progress.
up to this point.
This is fun.
I like this game.
I like this a lot.
So in this one, you get to do the investigating and stuff too.
Okay. Okay.
It's just teaching you how to do the courtroom stuff because that's the complicated part.
Okay. I want to take like a quick 5-minute break just to get something to drink.
Okay.
And we'll come back for the second one here in a second. So everyone, we'll be back in like 5 minutes or less. Just gonna get something to drink, use the bathroom, search the legs, all that good stuff, and
Quick break.
we'll be back for more. See everybody in a minute. Hey there, everybody.
Hello.
We're back. And we're gonna play some more Phoenix Wright.
Where'd the game go?
Huh?
Where'd the music go?
I think it's all just on a quiet part.
Oh,
Yeah.
it
There's
just
no
stopped.
music
Okay.
here.
I didn't know if it would keep going on the menu or not. All right. Episode 2. Turnabout Sisters.
Bring.
Beep. Hello, this is Maya. Well, I guess I shouldn't do both.
Oh.
You want to do Mia?
Oh. Sure. Hey, Maya, it's me. No, you were already voicing.
Yeah.
Maya, you do Maya. You do
Okay.
Mia. I'll do Maya.
Hey, Maya, it's me.
Mia, what's up? You haven't called in a while.
Sorry, I've been so busy. How have you been?
Well, lonely. And it's all your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place.
That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask.
I know. You want me to hold evidence for you?
Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz around this upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here.
I gotcha. So what is it this time?
It's a clock.
A clock?
Yeah, it's made to look like that statue, the Thinker, and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always liked toys.
Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis.
Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now.
Huh? It's not working? That's lame.
I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry. I put some papers inside it instead.
Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility it might turn out that way, yes.
Can you come by the office tonight, say at 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then.
Okay, sis, but I expect dinner. Something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger.
Okay. We'll hit the usual joint.
Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon.
Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya.
Conversation recorded September 5th, 9:27 a.m. Suspicious. Okay, 8:57 p.m.
Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine. The papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have.
Miss Faye, you're a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the Thinker that swallowed those papers.
How could you know?
Ho ho! You're not... What? Cogniferous of my background? Gathering information is my business, you see.
I should have been more careful.
Ho ho! My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Why do people get murdered with the statue? Does everyone in this game get murdered with the statue? Red, white, blue. This is the one I saw you doing a little bit of the other day, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
September 5th, 9:08 p.m. Faye & Co. Law.
There are also some recurring characters.
Oh no, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. I guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over. We should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood?
Also, Phoenix Wright can smell blood.
Mia! Maybe she's in her office.
Okay, so when you hit examine,
Mhm.
it'll bring up a little cursor and you can move it around that lights up when there's things you can click on. If you hit move, you'll move to a different location.
Okay.
So you can, like...
See if there's anything in here that
Yeah.
I can look at.
But there's probably not.
It doesn't seem like there is.
So then if you move, it gives you a list of places you can go.
Gotcha. That smell. Blood. Oh, is this... wait, is it... This is the one I was doing. Sis!
I'll probably do...
That's fine. You can do her now.
Her.
That Mia's dead.
She's a recurring character in the game.
Okay. All right. Someone's there. Chief? Chief! Chief!
So sad.
Snake! Who are you? Did she pass out or punch me? Okay.
She fainted.
The strange girl dropped out cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window.
So sad.
Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then, all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold.
That's how he works.
Chief. Alright,
So now you can look around her.
examine her body. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here,
Hey, bud, you should call the cops.
she was struck on the head with a blunt object.
Phoenix, you should call the cops.
He doesn't have to until
Should.
he's an officer of the court. She probably died instantly. The thinker, lying next to her, must have been the murder weapon. Alright. There are some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be pieces of the glass stand. The glass light stand lying broken in the back of the room. Okay. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? No, I missed. The words written in blood on the scrap of paper. Maya. Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store, dated yesterday. Alright. I think that's enough snooping around for now. I better call the police. And find out what that girl was doing here. Alright, so I'm guessing that's an indicator from the game that there's no other evidence here that I need. But I'm just gonna be thorough. The chief's chair. Simple, functional design. Feels pretty good to sit in, too. Shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of the glass light stand.
And so if you hit L, you see there's a slide. It'll chip into the other half of the room, if there is another half of it.
The Fay & Co. ledger book. Everything is written in the chief's ultra-neat handwriting. It's a small office, but it makes a good bit of money. Surprisingly, the chief was never good with machines. About all she used his PC for was email. She picked up this ancient model at some garage sale for practically nothing. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking it apart.
Police! Please, come quick!
What was that?
Screaming.
Someone screaming from outside the window? She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand.
You're about to be in trouble.
The phone receiver is missing a few screws. I better not use it. Okay. So they're gonna try to say that I was responsible for it. A perfectly normal office desk. Chief had a very peculiar policy about office decor. Spend big on stuff the clients use, but keep your own stuff simple. Okay. All the chief's report documents are packed in here. This is where she filed her case records and recent rulings. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay. I work here.
Maya. Maya Fay.
Maya. Faye? Maya. So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Alright.
So you can show people stuff and get reactions from them.
Yeah. Before Mia died, she wrote a message with her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt.
That's my name. Why? Why would she write my name?
Please, just calm down.
Why would Sis write my name?
Uh-oh. Now I've done it. Wee-oo, 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 wee-oo. The police. Sounds like they're coming this way.
Freeze! Police! Oh, this is my favorite character. Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see?
Oh, God. Gumshoe. What an odd name.
We received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder.
It must have been that woman I saw.
Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay?
Great. Just great. Maya, wait, she wouldn't have... Nah.
Whoa! Excuse me. Eek! This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That's my name.
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With her dying breath, she wrote down the killer's name.
Killer? I'm not.
Case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
This guy's a terrible cop.
He's a bad cop.
What?
Dick Gumshoe is a bad cop. How can your name be Dick Gumshoe and you be bad at being a cop?
I know you think you would have been working toward this one thing your
His
entire
entire
life.
life.
Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy.
He's like, oh, I'm spaghetti.
Mom's spaghetti. Mom's on the shirt already. Mom's spaghetti. He wrote down Mom's spaghetti. But I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours and began to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. September 6th, 9:07 a.m. Detention center, visitors room.
Dum dum.
Wow. They have poor Maya locked it up like a criminal.
Well, they think she is a criminal.
At least she gets to wear her own clothes.
It's you, the lawyer. Good morning.
That's a good. I mean, at this time, he's living up to the name of Dick.
Living up to his name.
Good morning.
Phoenix? You got so gruff.
He's very tired.
Oh.
She looks so tired.
Are you going to be my attorney?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I mean, it is up to her. I better give it to her straight. It's up to you.
Up to me?
Yes. I don't think this is something I should decide. After all, you're the one in trouble here.
They're never going to believe me, are they? Even you, when you found me in the office, you looked at me like I had done it.
Did I look at her like that? No, no. I never thought.
Lie.
It's okay. I understand. And I've also heard about you.
Heard? Heard what about me?
I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today was my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. Ha! So he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get in trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Aww. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you.
No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Maya... Mia.
She's mine.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
I know.
So you have a couple of options. So you can talk to people.
Mm-hmm.
So when you hit talk, it'll give you like some dialogue options.
Okay. And then present information.
You
and
can
stuff.
present evidence to them and see if they know anything about it. So you can ask stuff, and then it'll check them off once you've asked them.
Alright. There's something I've been wanting to ask you.
Yes?
What's with that outfit?
Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say.
Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What is it you do?
Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium. In training.
Spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange.
It gets weirder.
Could you tell me about the day of the murder?
Yes. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
Evidence?
Yes, that clock shaped like the thinker.
The one Larry made. How could that have been evidence in a case?
Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice?
Her own voice?
Yes. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone.
You recorded it.
Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
So, you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it.
Right. Oh, I just remembered. The detective took my cell phone. Sorry.
Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it.
I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay?
Sure, thanks. Added. I still have more that I can ask about the day of the crime. Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know this must be hard.
No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. Kind of gotten used to it. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial.
That's the thinker clock that Larry made. It practically qualifies as a serial murderer by now. So then, when did you arrive at the office?
It was right around 9 o'clock. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Must have been a lot of blood.
Yeah.
Then I found her. My sister.
Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. So you're an acolyte, a medium in training?
That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world.
Is this turning into a Yu Yu Hakusho? When do I get my spirit gun?
I'll never tell.
Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too?
Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class, too.
Makes the gesture he does object. Yeah, he's threatening them in court with his spirit gun.
Your boss had magic powers.
I had no idea. When do I get my magic powers?
You don't.
Wait,
What?
so you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium with ESP and all that?
Yes. In training.
Well, can't you contact Maya's spirit then? Mia's spirit then? We can just ask her who killed her.
I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I couldn't do something on that level.
I thought that would be too easy. Worth asking. Huh? Something the matter?
I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go and ask him to represent me?
Yeah, I'd be a dick if I refused
Yes,
to do that.
you would.
Sure, why not? I'll go ask.
Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to.
Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me.
Thank you. The trial's tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
What? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
What if this guy refuses?
They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me.
When will that happen?
They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon.
The visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right. I'll be back. Alright. So, I've done that.
Now you can move.
Okay, this is...
New location!
September 6th, Grossberg Law Office. According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later.
Or you can snoop through his shit.
Or I could snoop through his shit. Table for clients. An elegant ebony case. If I'm not mistaken, that lighter's made of solid gold.
Seems dangerous.
Even I can tell someone here's got money to burn. An expensive potted plant. No idea what kind of plant it is, but it's probably the most expensive one available. That painting has been bugging me ever since I stepped in here. The oil painting is so thick it's practically giving me a stuffed nose. I'm sure the price is nothing to sneeze at either, for that matter. Expensive-looking mahogany bookshelves filled with expensive-looking books. Funny. They don't look like they've ever been read. So somebody just likes to look fancy. A solid mahogany desk. The wood's been polished to a deep luster. Is there something I missed over here? No.
I don't think so.
Fancy couch? No. Looks like I got everything.
Alright.
Just sweeping the room. It's not letting me go over the UI.
I think that's everything.
Yeah, looks like it.
Alright. How's the mess?
So number 6, Vanco Law Office. The office is filled with police officers. They're all busy searching for clues.
Hey, you there.
Is this gonna be Dick?
This is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry, don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you?
No, Phoenix Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
Dick is kind of
He's
dumb.
a terrible
He's
cop.
a dumbass. I guess I got the wrong name, Mr. Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right. And you were Detective Gumshoe. Gumshoe, wasn't it? Dick Gumshoe?
Right. At your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick.
Hey, Dick, get over here.
Yes, sir. Be right there. Oh, poor Dick. You're her lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
Ooh, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer.
Detective Gumshoe makes a lot of assumptions.
Yeah. I need to ask him about... He had her phone. About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't going to win.
Why do you say that?
The city's put Prosecutor Edgeworth on the prosecution.
Edgeworth.
I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? Now, don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. All right, you can see the report, but that's all. Just
I mean,
immediate-
I get to see the autopsy report. You don't get to hide that from the defense.
He's a bad cop. Okay.
Single blunt force trauma, instantaneous 9 p.m. on 9/5. Okay. So that was like 45 minutes or something before we got there. I want to say we got there around 9:45.
I don't remember.
Prosecutor Edgeworth.
That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait, you do know him, don't you?
In canon, I think Phoenix knows him, but...
I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict.
Aw, don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this pretty much decides the case.
So, Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Damn, that is a young age.
That's very young.
course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence.
He's not a good person.
All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with an almost abnormal passion. I never imagined I'd be facing him so soon.
Why does a lawyer's pain tolerance matter? I don't know.
Okay, so I have to go
so you
to
have the
thing from...
yeah, the memo.
It was, yeah. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
They don't do you any favors with these names. Oh, that? I have it.
Do you think you'd give it back?
Sure. I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh. He's on to me. I can't start lying to people to get evidence. No.
Okay.
If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it to me.
Something the matter?
Oh, no, it's just... You know, detective?
Nope. I know nothing, pal.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. A cell phone holds all that little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets.
You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal. I already checked all the numbers in memory.
Impressive. You're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, here, you can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all.
Seems he didn't notice the recorded conversation. Alright. Court writers to hear the recorded conversation. I guess I've asked all the questions I need to.
You all done, pal?
Yes, thank you. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your lawyerly ways, pal.
That's not how any of this works. Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. You're a terrible attorney.
He just started.
The witness?
Like last week.
Yeah, Miss April May. I'm sorry about this. But I can't tell you anything about her.
You gave us... Okay. Well, you just told me her name. Miss May, huh? So you've sent her home already, then?
Aha! You're trying your lawyerly tricks on me now. She's not to go outside her room until the trial.
So, she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than to try to get a detective to leak information.
You got that right, pal.
Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Okay, so...
Guys, like if Kronk became a cop.
So I have the whole...
The conversation from before.
Yeah, which is...
Yeah, you can go through it.
We've already seen, but Phoenix hasn't. Alright. Is there anything else here for me to look at? Say a pot of plants.
Cordeline streaked up, pal.
Who is that? Mia's desk. Perfectly clean, as always. The only thing missing is Mia. An old movie poster. Apparently, this was the first movie that made Mia cry when she saw it. I'll have to check it out one of these days.
Sad.
There's a horrendous amount of legal books here. Scary still is that Mia's probably read all of these. Checked all of these. The sky is blue, and so am I. There's that hotel right across the way.
Poor Phoenix.
So sad. Who was in here that said that wasn't important? Was that just
no? It was just one of the other cops.
I was like, is there somebody here that I need to talk to? So I'll go to the hotel. September 6th, Gatewater Hotel, room 303.
Well, hello there, handsome.
She's terrifying. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth.
You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee.
Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder.
He will do it forever. Gee, this is all like something out of a movie. It's all so exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Oh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness.
Why is she doing a cat girl pose? I don't know.
I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine this one.
Oh, guess what, buddy? It's probably gonna be you.
She has a champagne bottle and 2 glasses. Somebody must be staying with her. Screwdriver stuck in the drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look.
Hey! Hey! What are you doing? No touching. Ooh, bad boy! You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you?
Swear shoe.
Ooh.
Upset? I thought she was going to explode for a second there. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. Okay.
You can keep examining the room. But sometimes if there are people in there, they'll tell you not to touch shit.
So if I do it again, is she gonna...
She'll yell at you.
Maybe later. The flowers are fake, as expected. I know sunflowers and tulips, but that's about the extent of my floral knowledge.
It's like a recurring theme in this game for some reason that Phoenix doesn't know anything about flowers. I
Ah.
don't know why.
A still scene painting. Wait, should that be still life? Whatever. One of those is hanging on the wall. The late summer sunlight streams through the window. There's a Fay & Co. law office building, of course. You can see the inside of the room pretty clearly from here. I think it would be a little difficult to recognize a face from this distance, though. A simple bed. It's been recently made. Nothing eye-catching here. I will, talk to her. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident.
Oh, observe, incident. You sound just like a lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary.
Better not encourage her. You know that thing that happened the other day? The bad thing?
Bad thing?
What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you could tell me about it, pretty please?
Let me see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll just have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh boy. Could you... Just who exactly are you?
Ooh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me?
No, hey, I'm just doing my job here.
You know, you're cute when you blush.
Believe me, this is the first time in my life I've blushed this much. Right. Can you just tell me what it is you do?
Well, no. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you?
Oh boy. She's terrible.
She sucks.
I see there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you?
Ooh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television.
Oh, no. Not me. I'm just a lawyer.
Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers.
Oh boy. She is terrible.
What a thick burn. Go look for clues in the garbage.
I don't think I have anything.
To show her, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm leaving.
You still gotta get that guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna try going back.
Because sometimes you have to do something, but... oh,
Seems
he's
like Mr.
still not.
Grossberg is out. Well, maybe I should just wait here for him to come back.
Ahem!
If that wasn't the most over-the-top clearing of throat I've ever heard.
Aha! So, you're the one they say has been looking for me.
Yes, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge on your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now?
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please, proceed.
Not busy? Then how come no one could get in touch with you?
Hmm? Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, it's about Maya. Maya Fey.
Ah, yes. Maya Fey. Go on.
Why that strange reaction? Oh, that's you.
What does that mean?
No, now he's saying he's quite busy.
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, it's quite impossible.
Wait a second. How'd you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway. I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. Sorry, end of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What do I tell Maya? Okay. 1, 2... How can you just refuse like that? Please, tell me why you won't take this case.
Hmm? Well, you see, it's just... I'm busy, you see.
But the client is Mia Fey's sister. God damn it, going back and forth between these. Mia trusted you. She knew her sister would be in good hands.
Yes, of course. I know that. However, I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Sorry. Goodbye.
Creep. Fine. I don't have time to argue with you anyway. I'll go look elsewhere.
Think not.
Huh? Did you say something? Phoenix getting an attitude.
I think not, I said.
Well, what do you mean?
I'm terribly, terribly sorry. But I'm afraid that no lawyer worth their salt will take on this particular case. Terribly sorry, my boy.
Why?
I cannot say. I beg your pardon, but could you leave? Now? I have nothing more to discuss with you.
What's going on here? How did you know Mia Fey?
She worked here, a long time ago. Quite the apprentice, that one. Learned my techniques in the blink of an eye. She left one day, quite suddenly. She had a mission, you see.
A mission?
You could see it in her eyes. She followed it with a burning passion. Never looked back, that one.
That's quite a painting.
Ah, you noticed. It's my pride and joy. Impressive, isn't it? Well, isn't it? The color of the sky, the hue of the sea, the weave of the straw hat.
This is why we have the flashing screens warning on.
Yes, because sometimes they just flash. It's worth at least 3 million. I have no intention of parting with it, of course. No, I won't sell it. Not even to you.
I wasn't interested.
It's not for sale. I'm
not buying. Jeez. I don't think I have anything to show you. No.
No.
You're useless. I hate you. I've already looked at everything in your room. In your stupid, stupid room.
Cool painting, though.
Nothing's changed, though. Yeah. It's suspicious how much attention
There's a dog.
they're
There's a
drawing to the
doggy.
painting. Alright. Goodbye. Creep. Alright, I'm gonna go back and talk to Maya. September 6th, 3:42 p.m. Detention Center Visitors Room. Hiya.
Maya. Oh, you're back. Did you find the lawyer?
Well, what do I tell her?
The truth, Phoenix.
Well, see, just be honest. I really don't think you should use that guy. He didn't seem healthy. He was all skin and bones. Why are you lying about this?
What really happened? You don't mean he refused to help?
Erp.
She's a psychic. She'll see right through your bullshit. I see. I've been abandoned then. Oh, look how sad she is.
What about your family?
I only had my sister. My father died when I was very young, and I don't know where my mother is.
Don't know. So she could still be alive.
The women in my family have been mediums for generations. They say a lot of spiritual power runs in our blood. About 15 years ago, our family was involved in an incident. There was a man, and he ruined our mother's life.
Ruined?
After that, she disappeared. Several years after that, my sister announced she would become a lawyer, and she left the mountain.
So, you live by yourself?
Yes, I've gotten used to it. Oh, also, I had to become independent, or I would lose my powers.
I feel bad for her, all by herself on that mountain. But she's an apprentice. Or she's in training. Who's training her? So, who was this man who, ruined your mother?
About 15 years ago, there was an unusual murder case. It made quite the stir. Everyone was talking about it, apparently. The police were running out of leads, and they were getting desperate.
Wait, they didn't use a spirit medium, did they?
The police convinced my mother to try to contact the victim.
Wow. So what happened?
The case was solved, we thought.
You thought?
The man my mother helped the police capture was innocent.
Huh.
The police's consultation with the medium had all been carried out in secret, of course. But a man found out about it and leaked it to the press. He told all the papers that my mother was a fraud, and the media jumped on it big time. My mother became the laughingstock of the nation.
I see.
White.
Excuse me? White?
That was his name. My sister told me.
White.
Just a little longer now before the state-appointed lawyer comes, I guess.
4 p.m. Time's up. What should I do? Do I just leave her and go home? No, I'm gonna defend her. I've made up my mind. I'm going to defend you whether you want me to or not. That's not how this works.
Why?
Why? Well,
I don't know why.
you aren't the culprit. Someone else is.
How do you know?
I have a hunch. Given the evidence, it would be easy to assume that Maya was the killer. But there's something about this whole thing that smells fishy. That witness's strange behavior, was that all an act? And the way the lawyer refused to help out Maya. But more than all that, she has no one left to help her. Nothing is more sad or more lonely than that. I know. I've been there. A long, long time ago. No. Why did I become a lawyer in the first place? Because someone has to look out for people who have no one on their
This
side.
was a long, long time ago. Phoenix Wright's like 24.
Yeah. 3 years ago.
When I was in middle school, 3 years ago.
Maya, I won't abandon you. You can count on me.
That's so kind of you.
Good
Well.
guy, Phoenix Wright. On the case.
Let's fight this one and get you out of here.
Right. Thank you.
She smiled at least. She looks like an entirely different person. One last question. You are innocent, right?
Yes. And I trust you. So you trust me too, okay?
It's a deal. That seems a little over the top, but that actually is an important question to ask
Yeah,
her.
you didn't do it, right?
Yeah. I mean, some attorneys just don't ask their clients that. I think they say that on TV, but if you think your client's guilty, you're not supposed to
You're not supposed
to let them lie on
to
the.
let them lie. Lying on the stand is a crime.
Yeah.
A criminal crime.
So, what's next? There's something that's been bugging me. Just what was
This
inside that
woman?
strange woman's drawer? It was when I tried to look into the drawer that she got all defensive. There has to be something in there. Alright. So, I don't think I have anything to present. Well, I could ask about the phone conversation. Hey, I got your cell phone back.
Oh, say. Can I listen to my sister's voice?
Maya's eyes closed. They listened to every word with such intensity. Before long, tears began to roll down her cheeks.
Thank you.
I don't know if I just present it again.
No,
She's just gonna do the same thing. Okay.
We're gonna fight this one. Fight this one and get her out of here. What, are you gonna go punch that cop in the corner?
Okay. I don't have...
I think that's...
Because I already asked her about... Well... Remember that receipt?
You mean the one with my name on it?
Any idea why she...
Absolutely none. Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Why? Don't you think I did it too?
No, I don't. It's just a hunch, but...
That detective thinks I did it.
Is this one of those games where it would help me to like present all the information that I think would be connected to her? Like, it's not gonna, not gonna punish me for
You can, like, whoops.
for trying to.
No, she'll just be like, I don't know anything about that.
I wanted to ask you about the murder weapon.
Poor sis.
Better not ask her about this now. Okay.
Just tell you she doesn't know anything.
All right. Anything else? No. So we want to go to try to check out the hotel again. I mean, I don't have a warrant or anything, but...
You don't need one. Good afternoon, sir.
Excuse me, you are...
Ah, I beg your pardon, sir. I am the bellboy of this establishment at your service, sir.
Oh, right.
I've just come up to deliver room service, sir.
Do you know where Miss May might be?
Ah, I believe our guest, Miss May, is currently using the facilities. If you've no need of anything, I'll be taking my leave. Please, stay as long as you like. Enjoy.
Yeah. Wait, no, hey! Why does it seem like every time I come here, I end up embarrassing myself? Wait, now's my chance to snoop around a bit.
Ah, I almost forgot.
Gah! You came back quick.
Might I ask you to inform Miss May there is a message for her? Please tell her that Mr. White of Blue Corp phoned.
Oh, right, sure. Mr. White of Blue Corp? Where have I heard that name?
White. That was his name. My sister told me.
White was the name of the guy who ruined Mia and Maya's mother.
Say that 5 times fast.
Could it be a coincidence?
It's in the drawer.
In the drawer! It's gotta be the screwdriver used to open the voice machine. The phone. Now's my chance to see what's inside. What do we have here? A wiretap? What would a woman like her be doing with a thing like this? There is definitely something suspicious about this Miss May. Why would she have something like this in her hotel? Who took the wiretap out of the phone? There's a story behind all this. I know it. Alright. I'll be using this bit of evidence in tomorrow's trial, that's for sure. Even though I illegally took it out of this person's room.
Just casually, immediately adding it to the court record.
For Maya's sake, I'll get to this woman's bottom. Wait, I mean, you know what I mean.
Now you're just embarrassing yourself when no one's in the room. Oh, bellboy? Still there?
Is she fucking the bellboy?
Maybe.
Uh-oh. Time to scram. I look forward to tangoing with you tomorrow, Miss May. In court.
So cool. Phoenix Wright is cool.
To be continued.
So these are split up into chapters. The long
I
ones.
love this.
I told you you would. It's a fun game.
Yeah, this is really
This
fun.
is a hella fun game. I love these games. I'll get to that woman's bottom. I mean,
I'll get to
wait.
that woman's bottom. September 7th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 1.
Now for my favorite part. The court part. I love the cross-examination part so much.
Oh boy.
Oh,
it's
here's
Edgeworth.
the man.
I know this man.
I love this man.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Maya Fey.
What
Maya
is
Fey.
going on with you and these names?
I cannot do these names. Miss Maya Fey.
Yeah, usually to play these games, you don't have to read them all out loud. What does Edgeworth sound like?
He sounds cool. He's got to sound cool.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Miles Edgeworth. I'd better not show any signs of weakness today, or he'll be on me in an instant.
Yeah, I bet you wish.
Mr. Edgeworth, please give the court your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The defendant, Miss Maya Fey, was at the scene of the crime. The prosecution has evidence she committed this murder. And we have a witness who saw her do it. The prosecution sees no reason to doubt the facts of this case, Your Honor.
I see. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. Let's begin then.
If we may call our first witness, Your Honor, the prosecution calls the chief officer at the scene, Detective Gumshoe.
There's the lad.
Witness, please state your name and profession to the court.
Sir! My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. And I'm the detective in charge of homicides down at the precinct, sir. He's in charge.
Yeah.
He's the man in charge.
Someone put this man
of
in
the
charge.
murders.
Oh boy.
Detective Gumshoe, please describe for us the details of this murder.
Very well, sir. Let me use this floor map of the office to explain. The music looks so good.
The body was found by this window here. And the cause of death?
Loss of blood due to being struck by a blunt object, sir. The murder weapon was a statue of the Thinker found next to the body, sir. It was heavy enough to be a deadly weapon, even in a girl's hands, sir. He got all sir all of a sudden.
The court accepts the statue as evidence. They're still calling it a statue. All right.
Now, detective.
Yes, sir. He just stands like
You know
this.
who he reminds me so much of?
Mhm.
In Fate Zero,
Mhm.
the dad, the one who summons Archer or Gilgamesh. Yeah.
Yeah, he does look kind of like
That's
that.
exactly who would be voicing this character. in
Yeah,
my mind.
it would be that guy.
You immediately arrested Miss Maya Fey, who was found at the scene, correct? Can you tell me why?
Yes, sir. I had hard evidence she did it, sir.
Detective Gumshoe, please testify to the court about this hard
Why
evidence.
does the judge not know about the evidence in the case?
Witness testimony.
All right.
As soon as the phone call came in, I rushed to the scene. There were 2 people there already. The defendant, Ms. Maya Fey, and the lawyer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I immediately arrested Ms. Maya Fey. Why? We had a witness account describing her. The witness saw Ms. Maya Fey at the very moment of the murder. He kind of is turning into like a 40s detective. Also got strong Liam O'Brien vibes from Edgeworth. He would be good.
Yeah. The very moment, you say.
No, Ben.
Very well. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Here we go.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examine what? I couldn't see a single contradiction in that testimony. You could. Whoosh. Smack. Hey. Maya just threw something at me.
Excellent Foley work.
Whoosh.
Smack. What's this? When my sister couldn't find any contradictions in a witness's testimony, she would bluff it and press the witness on every detail.
Which is a thing you can do.
The witness always slips up and says something wrong.
You can't find anything? Press
It
them on
worked-
everything.
It works lots of times. Heh, I should have expected Maya would know some of her sister's tricks. Alright, let's give this a try.
Another strategy.
Bank on him being an idiot.
Bank on him being an idiot. Keep pressing him. Eventually he'll
Something
say
the
some
matter?
shit.
No, Your Honor. I'd like to begin my cross-examination, because all we need is reasonable... Well, I actually don't know if in Japan the burden is reasonable doubt.
Alright. So you can just keep pressing them on literally everything. And it'll warn you, so the bar at the top will warn you if you're going to do something that will potentially lose ticks on it. It'll be flashing.
Okay, so, like, I can press on things right now, and it's not saying
Yeah,
that
no,
I'll lose
it'll,
anything.
yeah. No,
Okay.
it'll warn you before it does that, which is a nice thing. But yes, you could press him on, like, literally everything he says.
Alright. I know I want to press him on... this. Hold on, just 1 second.
Yeah?
If I heard correctly, you said you arrested her because you had a hard evidence she did it, correct?
Huh? Did I say that? Me?
I heard you say it. You did say it.
You said it.
Exactly what about this suspicious woman in pink's claim was hard evidence?
What? Miss May isn't suspicious, and she sure isn't pink, pal. Well, I guess she is pink.
That's enough, Detective Gumshoe. Do you have any more solid proof other than her claims, Detective? I guess pressing can have its advantages.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I got the order of things mixed up in my testimony, Your Honor, sir. There was something I should have told you about first, Your Honor.
Very well, Detective. Let's hear your testimony again.
Hard evidence. After securing the suspect, I examined the scene of the crime with my own eyes. I found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. On it, the word Maya was written clearly in blood. Lab test results showed that the blood was the victim's. Also, there was blood found on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. How you like that? That's my hard evidence.
Before we begin cross-examination, I have a question for you, Detective.
Your Honor?
Why didn't you testify about this vital piece of evidence the first time? Because I'm an idiot.
I know. I'm real embarrassed I forgot about it, Your Honor, sir.
Try to be more careful. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. Alright. I know there are a couple things I want to hit him on here. I've seen the crime with my own eyes. I don't know, written on the piece of paper next to the victim body. The word lines are included. Blood. Okay, definitely want to press him on this.
Hold it!
That's conjecture. Detective Gumshoe, do you get a lot of cases where the victim actually writes the killer's name?
Sure, it happens all the time in books and the movies.
This isn't a movie, Detective.
Dipshit. Oof.
Let's talk about reality, shall we?
I guess I haven't heard of many cases, no.
Don't you find it a little odd that the victim would write down a name? Especially the name of her own sister.
Yeah, actually, you got a point, pal. Stop right there. The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's his opinion that she's the killer.
The facts are clear. The victim wrote down the name of the accused. The victim told us the name of her killer.
That's bullshit.
Edgy. It's not how it works.
Order! Order! That didn't go so well.
That's right. What he said.
That's his whole testimony. Okay. There has to be a contradiction there somewhere. Let's find it. Alright. See the crime with my own eyes. I'm gonna press him on that, because he did not... I gave him the thing. I don't think he's... No, maybe he did find it. And did you find any evidence?
Now, don't jump the gun on me, pal. Just listen. I'm getting to the good part.
I got a bad feeling about this. Found a memo written on a piece of paper next to the victim's body. Alright.
Then who did write it, smarty pants?
Ooh, I did. That would be bad if I just did that.
That would be bad if you said that.
The killer. Anyone can see that.
Huh. You're saying the killer wrote her own name? Buddy, please.
She was framed.
Hold on. If that's the case, where's your evidence?
Irk.
I guess that was a bit of a tall order for you. Those without evidence shouldn't open their mouths, Mr. Wright. Yeah, pal.
Irk.
Well, detective, tell us what was written on that memo you found.
Written clearly in blood. I mean, we know that.
Yeah,
What
lab
was
test
written?
results show it was the victim's. There was blood on the victim's finger. Before she died, the victim wrote the killer's name. Now,
Put him on that.
okay.
Detective Gumshoe. Oh
is
no,
the
this
one
is
I
the
did.
same one I did before.
You have evidence that contradicts that.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I forgot this is the one I objected to before. I thought it was a later one.
Boom.
Whoops. Good thing it just plays it out again.
Yeah,
It
it just
doesn't
plays
go
it
like,
again.
you already did that. Okay, so I'm going to...
You have evidence that contradicts. The one where he says before she died, she wrote it.
Yeah.
Because.
We know that...
Go to the autopsy.
Yes. So...
She died instantly.
Right. Detective Gumshoe. There's one thing I want to clarify for me here. You say that the victim, Miss Fay, wrote this note. That she was accusing the defendant, Maya Fay. That's really what you're saying?
What? This isn't one of those lawyer tricks now, is it? Of course she wrote it. Who else could have?
You have it backwards, detective.
Spiky hair gonna get you. Backwards?
The victim is the only person who absolutely could not have written it. This is a report from your department, detective. Immediate death due to a blow from a blunt object. She died immediately.
But.
No butting your way out of this one, detective. Order! The defense has a point. Someone who died immediately wouldn't have had the time to write anything down.
Objection. Mr. Wright. I beg your pardon, but when exactly did you obtain that autopsy report?
When? It was the day after the murder. Yeah. It was the day after the murder. The prosecution's point being...
That autopsy report is outdated, Your Honor.
Well, what?
A second autopsy was performed yesterday at my request. Death was almost immediate due to a blow from a blunt object. But there is a possibility the victim lived for several minutes after the blow. I received these results this morning.
No way.
Your Honor, it's quite easy to imagine the victim did have time to write Maya. That is all.
I see. Damn you, Edgeworth.
Fucking sneaky
I
bastard.
should have known you'd have something up your sleeve.
Why, Mr. Wright, you look shocked. Something you want to say? It's a sham. I'm a sham. You're a sham.
Mr. Edgeworth, I've heard there's nothing you wouldn't do to get your verdict. What reason could you possibly have had to request a second autopsy report? Mr. Wright, the defense will refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution.
No matter, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, say what you will. The evidence in this report is undeniable. Your Honor, I submit this report to the court.
Understood. The court accepts the evidence.
Well, Your Honor, the evidence strongly suggests the victim was identifying the killer.
I suppose that's the obvious conclusion, yes.
We
bow every time?
Yes, pretty much.
Darn, this isn't good.
The prosecution would like to call its next witness. This poor, innocent girl saw the murder with her own eyes.
Let the witness, Miss April May, take the stand.
Here she go.
Exactly what part of her is innocent? Oh god, she's still doing it.
It's her character model.
Witness, your name, please.
April May, at your
As
service.
her boobs jiggle. God. Order! An introduction should not require any reaction from the crowd. The witness will refrain from wanton winking.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
This is not good. She's already captured the heart of every man in this courtroom.
It is not good.
Tell us,
Overruled, LB.
where were you on the night of September 5th when the murder occurred?
Gee, I was, like, in my hotel room. I checked in right after lunch.
And this hotel is directly across from the Fay & Co. law offices?
That's right, big boy.
Please testify to the court about what you saw.
Yeah, I hate her so
I hate her so much.
It was like 9 o'clock at night. I looked out the window, you know? And then, oh, I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. The one attacking her was the mousy girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Then the woman, like, dodged to one side and ran away. But that girl, she caught up to her and she hit her. Then the woman with the long hair, she kinda slumped. The end. That's all I saw. Every little bitsy witsy.
I hate this so much. Well, no, that's you.
Well, Your Honor,
I see. It is a remarkably solid test, is it? I don't see any need to trouble the witness any... wait, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? What about my cross-examination? I thought the witness's testimony just now was quite firm, didn't you?
The cleavage means she must be telling the truth.
Something's firm in this courtroom.
Hair full of secrets, cleavage full of truth.
Mr. Wright, I understand you were Ms. Mia Fey's understudy, were you not? You must know her techniques well. Her cowardly way of finding tiny faults in perfectly good testimonies.
Hey, how dare you? Well, Mr. Wright, will you cross-examine the witness? Yes. I'll gladly proceed with the cross-examination. If only because I have a feeling Edgeworth doesn't want me to.
Of course he doesn't.
She has to have some weakness. Very well, you may begin your cross-examination. Witness's account. Alright. So, it's 9 o'clock, looked out the window. I would see... So this doesn't have a time on it anymore.
Mm-mm. That's about when they said it happened, though, I'm pretty sure.
So the only thing we have here...
And so when it has the check thing, you can pull it up and look at it.
Oh, okay. Alright, so we know what the line of sight would have been from the hotel room. Alright, so I don't have anything. I saw a woman with long hair being attacked. That's a girl sitting in the defendant's chair. Dodged one side and ran away. She hit her. I'm gonna press her on this. How do you know she was the defendant?
Huh? Well, you know. She had a girlish physique. Women know these things. Look, I just know, okay? There was only one person at the scene of the crime with a short, girlish figure. The testimony is bulletproof, Your Honor.
He's right. Hold on a minute. That testimony stinks, 'cause it does.
What?
Miss May, I'm willing to bet that. I'm betting she's lying, but Are you telling the truth? Did you really see the defendant? Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
Yes, what is the meaning? Somebody tell me because I'm clueless. About this, I mean.
Okay. If you had really witnessed my client, Maya Fey, you would have noticed her clothes before noticing her physique.
She does dress very strangely.
No one wears clothes like this on a daily basis except her. And I'm no expert in fashion, but her hairdo looks far from normal to me. However, the witness testimony mentions neither of these things. The testimony is bogus.
But...
Still, we don't know if she was dressed like that way the night of the murder. She was, Your Honor.
We do know that.
I saw her.
So did the police.
And so did Detective Gumshoe. What do you say to that, Miss May?
What are you trying to say, you mean lawyer? I saw what I saw. I just didn't think all that trifling little details were necessary, darling.
Miss May, the court would like to remind you to please omit nothing in your testimony.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'll be a good girl, I promise.
Oh my god. Your testimony again, if you would. Damn, I almost had her.
Did you?
Yes, it's Dick Gumshoe.
His name is Dick Gumshoe. I did see everything. I did. The victim, the woman, dodged the first attack and ran off to the right. Then, the girl in the hippie clothes ran after her. And she hit her with that weapon. I saw it. I did. That clock. That kind of statue-y clock. The Thinker, I think. Well, does the accuracy of my report not startle you?
Got her.
How she know it's a
How
clock?
she know it's a clock?
How she know it's a clock? How you know it's a clock?
I only wish you had been so detailed from the beginning. Please, begin the cross-examination.
That's right, Dick Gumshoe, but don't call him Dick.
Yes.
Detective Gumshoe. He's in charge of homicide. How you know it's a clock, bitch?
Alright.
So you can press her on that. You're good at this game.
Clock? Didn't this come up in another testimony recently?
Yes, Phoenix. It was like 2 days ago. Well, don't look so sour, Mr. Lawyer. You can't win them all.
No, but I have a feeling I'm on to something now. So...
You can present it.
Yeah.
Objection!
Miss May, what you said just now was quite revealing.
Just like your jacket. Revealing? Ooh, you'd like that, wouldn't you, naughty Mr. Lawyer? Are you very uncomfortable? I'm just trying to make you as uncomfortable as possible.
She makes me so uncomfortable.
And that's why we got married.
You just said this statue of the Thinker was a clock. But there's no way of knowing that just by looking at it. Another person in much the same position as you recently called this a clock too. And he was found guilty of murder.
Because he said it was a clock. Not because he actually did a murder.
Order! Order! Miss May, can you explain how you know this was a clock?
Oh,
Here he goes.
the witness saw the murder with her own eyes. That's all that's important here.
No, it's not. It's not, Edgeworth. You suck.
He's a bad man.
The defense is trying to confuse the issue with trivial concerns.
No, it's a real concern. Yes, of course. You withdraw your question, Mr. Wright. Judge!
They all love Edgeworth so much.
But questions are... But questions are all I have, Your Honor.
True.
And as you may recall, I've caught murders with these questions before. Well, only once.
Yeah, once.
Objection sustained. You may continue to question the witness.
Got him.
Whew, that was close.
Good attorneying.
If he had stopped me there, the trial would be over.
Huh? What? So, what happens now?
What happens now is you answer my question. How did you know it was a clock?
What? That's... Because I heard it? Yes, I heard it say the time.
So, you've been in the law offices of Fay & Co.
No! Hey, I didn't say that. Why would I go there? I heard it from my hotel room. The law offices of Fay & Co., where the murder took place, is very close to the hotel. She could easily have heard the clock. Could she?
Well, Mr. Wright, are you satisfied?
No.
No, Your Honor. I can't give up now. I'm not satisfied because... it couldn't have rung, because it doesn't have any of
She
the...
took the clockwork out. You right?
Your Honor.
You right?
Members of the court. It is inconceivable that the clock in question rang. I think it's broken. The clock's busted. I don't remember. Yeah, because it's taken the...
She took the clockwork out of it.
You think? Because the options were like, there's no batteries and stuff in it, so I picked it broken instead, but he didn't seem super confident by it. Oh. See anything interesting, Your Honor? Well, I'm not sure I would call this broken, but I doubt it could ring. This clock is missing its clockwork.
Good enough.
It's quite empty. Mr. Wright, would you care to explain to the court the meaning of this? It is as you can see. The clock was empty. It couldn't have rung. Therefore, this witness is a big, fat liar.
Fat?
Well, Miss May?
Tisk tisk. He gonna get you again.
Quite a show you've put on for us, Mr. Wright.
He's gonna say, how do we know it was at the time of at the time of the murder?
I'm afraid you've forgotten one thing, however. Indeed, the clock is empty. As you say, it can't ring. However, we must ask, when was the clockwork removed? If it was after the witness heard the clock, then there's no contradiction.
Called it.
You know when? You know it was before she was murdered.
Because we have the phone call. That's true.
It's always clocks with these people.
That is a possibility. The clock might have been emptied after she heard it.
And that is exactly what happened, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Wright, can you prove when the clockwork was removed? Yes, I can.
Impossible, of course.
And I hate him.
I have proof.
What?
Wasn't it you who told me proof is everything?
Was it?
Well, I was listening. And now I'll show you the proof you like so much. The evidence that proves when the clockwork was removed is... It's gonna be the phone call.
Take that!
Take a look at
Crazy
this.
taxi!
Crazy taxi. That's a very cute cell phone.
Ooh, you have a girly phone.
Wait, this isn't my phone. Listen. This is the defendant's cell phone, and it contains a recording. A recording of a conversation she had with the victim on the day of the murder.
It's like that morning.
Order!
The
Ooh.
defendant's cell phone? This wasn't brought to my attention.
He looks so angry.
You've angered the man.
Perhaps Detective Gumshoe overlooked it.
The good detective better remember he's up for evaluation soon. Damn,
I
Edward.
gotta say, I'm starting to feel bad for the big fella. Hello.
Hello, welcome.
Let's hear the conversation. Beep.
So you just want me to hold on to the thinker for you then? If you could. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out. Sorry.
All right.
September 5th. 9:27 a.m.
Your Honor, I think this makes it clear the clockwork was already gone by the time this was recorded. Which was well before the witness even arrived at her hotel.
Huh?
Well, Miss May, would you care to explain this to the court? Just how did you know the weapon was a clock?
Well, isn't it obvious? I saw that clock before. What store was that again? I go to so many. Oops, I forgot.
So the witness has seen it before. That would make sense. Except it doesn't because it was custom made.
We literally talked about this clock
This is
like 2
fascinating.
days ago.
The witness claims she has seen it before. But this directly contradicts a piece of evidence already submitted to this court. Well then, let's see it. Please produce this evidence that will prove the witness has not seen in court before. Has not seen the clock before.
I think it's in the description of the clock.
Yeah.
Made by Larry Butts. Take that!
It's simple. The clock was never in any store, ever.
No, we've entered it into evidence again.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the last case, he gave the clock to Mia as a gift. And it was used to kill her.
Yeah.
What?
A friend of mine made that clock. Only 2 exist in the world. And the one that isn't here is in police custody.
Okay, so he didn't give her the one that was the murder weapon. He
gave
gave her
her the-
his.
His, yes.
Okay. He didn't give her a murder weapon as
Yeah.
a gift.
Yeah.
Impossible. Everything is sold in stores. You see your eye twitching?
Miss May, I think it's high time you went shopping for a better excuse.
Damn, Phoenix, get her!
Oh, excuse is not on sale today?
Okay, it's only no, it's
Damn.
only, it's only funny.
No, it's
It's only
good.
funny once. Oh. Hmm.
You got to go Super Saiyan? Oh boy, the heart spun upside down.
Now it's upside down. What's it to you, porcupine head? That stupid clock doesn't matter, okay? She did it, and she should die for it. Die! Yeah, she goes completely nuts.
Whoa, let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a court of law, and the witness will remain calm.
Ma'am, this is a court of law. Oh. Oh. Silly me. Did I, like, lose it? I guess I did.
Scary.
Very scary.
Miss May, let me ask. Tell me, how did you know the weapon was a clock? Oh dear. Does the defense have an opinion on this behavior? Okay, this is it. Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to explain how I see the truth of the matter. Miss April May, you knew the weapon was a clock because... I think she had heard about it because I think whoever was in the hotel with her is the one who...
Told her.
And oh, because of the wiretap. Yeah.
She did have a wiretap.
The witness had never held the clock in her hand. However, she had heard that it was a clock. She heard? That is correct, Your Honor. There is no other way she could have known the thinker was a clock. And I can show you the proof. Well, this is interesting. Let's see it then.
This is interesting.
Show me evidence proving the witness had heard the murder weapon was a clock. That is the wiretap.
Take that!
Have a look at this.
That?
I found this in Miss May's hotel, in Miss May's room. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what this is. Miss April May, you were tapping the victim. I should have stopped there. You were tapping the victim, Miss May's phone.
Miss Mia Fey.
Miss Mia
Is
Fey's
her name.
phone. Were you not?
Oh. Your Honor, this is irrelevant.
I'm not entirely sure that it is.
He just-
Objection overruled.
That's his one objection. This is irrelevant.
Which, to be fair,
Irrelevant.
that's a good thing to just constantly
Irrelevant.
object to and see if the judge takes it.
Okay, fine, if it'll get you to shut up.
It troubles me that our witness was in possession of a wiretap.
Again, so technically, everything he finds, he enters into court record.
Yes.
Like, what you're referencing is the court record. It's not their fault they didn't... It's not
Well,
his fault they didn't read it.
Yeah, I mean, again, for a video game, I guess it makes the most sense that you just go in and take it, because otherwise he is filing a warrant and
Yeah,
having to
you
file
have
that
the
with the court.
boring
And
stuff.
then there's evidentiary hearings and discovery hearings, and then
just
there's... Yeah.
So, the whole thing is that... The whole, like, canon is that the trial system was so gummed up that they made a law that trials could only last for 3 days.
Yeah.
So we can't do any of that stuff.
Yeah.
They're expediting the process. This is outrageous. Does the defense truly claim the witness was tapping her phone? Ding.
Absolutely.
Even if that was the case, which it's not, you still have to prove one thing. Did the victim ever say the weapon was a clock on the phone? Can you prove that? I think not.
Oh yeah? I think I can. It's simple.
What? Make Edgeworth mad.
Here's my proof. The proof that the victim said on the phone that the weapon was a clock. It's the phone
We
call.
went through this.
Yeah, we've already been through this.
Take that!
I present the defendant's cell phone. Yes, we've seen that.
Seen that?
Listen once more to the conversation between the defendant and the victim.
I'm not reading the whole thing again.
No, I'll just go through it.
Yeah, you haven't called in a while, blah blah blah. What is it this time? It's
It's
a
a
clock.
It's made to look like a statue of the thinker, and it tells you the time. Miss April May,
She's gonna start screaming
you
again.
used a wiretap to listen to this conversation. That's how you knew the thinker was a clock. Am I wrong?
I. Irrelevant. Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Your Honor, look at the witness's face. Does she seem amused to you?
He always goes back to that.
The defense demands an answer. Witness,
cry.
answer the question. Did you tap her phone?
She cry. She's lost it.
Miss May!
Shut up, all of you! What gives you the right to talk to me like that? You lawyer!
Like, everyone in this room is a lawyer.
Yes. It's not fair. All of you ganging up on me like that. Oh, so I'm the bad girl. Is that it? Is that it? No, you've made her cry.
That did it. The court's seen the real Miss April May now. Now to deal the final blow. No. So I don't think she did it, but I'm going to ask why the wiretap. We know she didn't do it because we saw the person who did it.
Yeah.
Why did you tap her phone?
I bang on
Answer the
table
question.
So much. Do I have to? Isn't this a murder trial? Isn't tippity tapping irrelevant?
You're saying exactly what Edgeworth wants her to say.
Yeah,
Miss May,
he's her attorney.
you were tapping the victim's phone. I hardly call that irrelevant. Yes, wiretapping is a felony. So definitely... But it's not technically directly relevant to this, to a murder trial. Would be relevant to her credibility as a witness, though. While this court does not condone the defense's tone of voice, he has a point.
Yeah, attitude.
Well, Miss May, do you have an explanation for the court? Can you prove you had nothing to do with this murder, even though you tapped her phone? Ha! I'd like to see her pull that off. Oh, don't get cocky.
Mr. Lawyer, I saw that evil, evil grin. You were probably thinking, I'd like to see her pull that off, weren't you?
Damn, she's good.
Well, you're not the first man who's thought that. And of course, I can and will.
She's so horny.
Yep. Yep.
You can't be serious. No way.
Way, I say, way. Oh, and I assure you, I'm serious, Mr. Lawyer. Okay, so the killing happened around 9 o'clock at night. Why, that's just when I was getting room service from that sweet bellboy.
Room service?
Iced coffee, I believe it was.
It might be an alternate version.
Iced coffee. You know, like normal coffee, but cold.
Yeah, we know what fucking iced coffee is.
If you don't drink it quick, the ice melts and then you have regular cold coffee. Gross.
Ice coffee?
I think I'm making this up. Ask the bellboy. Wink. I like to think she says wink out loud. Ergo, the witness was not on the scene at the time of the murder.
That's fine. We're not trying to prove that she murdered. We're trying to prove our client innocent.
This fuck really thinks he's winning, huh?
So, where does that leave us?
I love the judge has no fucking idea what's going on. It is my great displeasure to inform you that the witness appears to have been tapping the victim's telephone. However, that is a separate crime, with no bearing on the current case whatsoever. Her testimony stands. She saw the defendant, Maya Fey, commit murder. We have really gotten way off track here.
No, they're just going to let her walk. They're going to let her just walk away. There's no way I can win this unless I tie Miss May to the murder somehow. Well, does the defense have anything to say? Well, come on, think of something.
Call the bellboy's witness.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I can get from Miss May. But I would like to call the bellboy as a witness to find out more about... Because we know there's somebody else at the hotel room.
Mm-hmm. Because she had 2 champagne glasses.
Yeah. But who's better to talk to about that? Bellboy or Miss May?
I mean, she's obviously not going to tell you.
Yeah, let's go Bellboy. I mean, in real life, I would ask both of them about it.
Well, yeah. Gotta make
But I don't have the option to write in custom questions
No,
in
you
this
don't.
game.
Gotta deal with what Phoenix knows.
The defense would like to call the hotel bellboy as a witness. There's something suspicious here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it.
I think you've sunken quite low enough already. I object to calling the bellboy.
Why? What's your reason?
Because I hold that the wiretapping had nothing to do with the killing. However, if you agree to one condition, I'll consent to calling this witness.
Condition?
If Miss April May's alibi is not called into question after you examine the bellboy, then you will recognize that Miss April May was not the killer, thus she is innocent. And thereby, you must also accept the verdict of guilty for Miss Maya Fey.
That's an unreasonable condition.
That is my condition.
What? I'd better find something suspicious in that bellboy's testimony. Otherwise, Maya will be declared guilty on the spot. What should I do? So, I'm not going to give up. It's a stupid condition, though, because he's saying that even her alibi, because if we find somebody else was there, then even though her alibi would be held up, you could never enforce this.
No, this is completely unenforceable.
What is the judge doing here? He's like, this is my courtroom. I'll do it however I want.
The judge is here because this is his favorite show to watch.
Oh my god.
He's just here for the entertainment. Do it.
All right. I've got nothing to lose except for, well,
no, you have literally everything.
Understood. I accept your condition.
Fool. You fell right into my trap.
You've activated my trap card. Can we please do Edgeworth's voice as Pegasus from now on?
Okay.
Fool. You fell right into my trap.
Uh-oh.
Can we send Edgeworth to jail too? I wish.
Very well.
Can't arrest people for being assholes.
The court calls the hotel bellboy to the stand.
I believe we're ready for the witness to testify.
Yes, I love this a lot. Yeah.
He certainly does look like a bellboy.
Why does he have his tray of biscuits and...
Belly boy!
Yes, sir. I received your summons in the middle of work, sir. I'm happy to be of service.
That tea set looks rather heavy. So without further ado...
Set that shit down and take this seriously.
The witness may begin his testimony.
Yeah, how else will we know he's a bellboy without his tray?
Very good, sir.
Mecca wants to send Edgeworth to jail and wants to know if we can plant cocaine on him
Yes.
to get him arrested.
I mean, we probably don't have to. He seems like he's doing some shady
He's
shit.
gotta be doing some shady shit.
I'm the head bellboy at the Fine Water Hotel, in business for 4 generations.
Because I would have called the autopsy examiner to the
like, what?
court and been
Yeah,
like,
what the fuck, dude?
where,
Why did
why'd
you
you
just
change your mind?
Do a second autopsy.
Impeach them on their shitty autopsy.
Can't do that.
Yeah.
I believe I received a call after 8 o'clock in the evening from our guest, Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot, sir. I brought it to her at precisely the requested time, of course.
She's fucking the bellboy.
I mean, probably. So, do whatever she wants.
And I delivered the iced coffee to our guest, Miss May herself.
I already see something in this one.
So,
If she was having coffee delivered at 9 o'clock,
then she couldn't have
she couldn't have also been looking out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah, his hair is really intense.
So yeah, I'll probably hit him with that. I'm the head bellboy of the Fine Court Hotel.
He's the head bellboy.
Doesn't help us.
He received a call after 8 in the evening from Miss May. She asked for an iced coffee to be brought to her at 9 o'clock on the dot. Obviously. And then the next one is that he brought it right at the exact time.
Yeah. It's suspicious that she asked him to bring her... her iced coffee at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but also that's when the murder was happening.
Yeah.
Delivered the iced coffee to Miss May herself.
Okay, I'm gonna press. You are sure it was Miss April May herself?
Absolutely, sir. Why did he say it like that?
Absolutely?
I do sometimes drink coffee at an unreasonable hour.
Yes, sir, as in, so very absolutely, sir. It's an endearing mannerism of mine.
How come you're so very certain?
Well, when I brought the room service, sir, the guest, sir, favored me with an embarrasser, sir.
Embarrasser? Is that
It's French for boner.
Embrace?
It's French for kiss, sir. But not a French kiss, sir, more of a peck on the cheek.
Is he French?
Why would she have done that?
I'm not doing French.
I believe perhaps she was momentarily swayed by my prim demeanor, sir. It was a moment I shall never ever forget, sir.
Everyone in this game's so
Sounds
sweaty.
pretty fishy to me. I think our Miss May was up to something, and wanted the bellboy to remember her.
Go back to the timeline.
Not that.
Hold it!
Precisely 9 o'clock then.
Precisely, exactly, and most definitely, sir. 9 o'clock p.m.
How can you be so sure?
Miss May was quite insistent that it be brought then. Oh, bellboy, tee-hee, I'd like iced coffee at exactly 9 o'clock. Something like that, sir. Therefore, I knocked on her door at the crack of 9 o'clock, sir.
Why would she be so particular about the time? It's no good. There's nothing there.
Oh, there's something there, Phoenix.
Is that it?
Tisk tisk. Finally, you understand. This bellboy has absolutely no reason to lie. Now, Yugi boy, if you have any decency, you'll end this rather tedious cross-examination here.
It was a bit tedious. The witness may leave the stand. I can't let this happen, can I? Of course I'm going to protest.
Give up.
Wait. Please wait. Yes? Does the defense have something to add? One last question. Let me ask one last question.
Your Honor, I must object. The charade of justice has gone on long enough.
Now, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, Mr. Wright, I'll give you one more question. That's all. Okay. This is really it now. This is my last chance. What do I ask him about? So,
I mean, you gotta keep pressing him on the room service, right?
well, so that's either what I'm thinking, is that...
Because you can ask him if someone else was in the room.
Yeah. Because we know there were 2 glasses of champagne.
Yeah.
Because the check-in doesn't
Doesn't matter.
I mean, there might have been somebody with her check-in, but we know there was somebody with her that she at one point got.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's.
I think.
I can't like save scum this, can I?
No.
Okay. We'll try room service.
I mean, I guess you technically could, but I don't know where.
Tell me again about our room service.
Again, sir. At exactly 9 o'clock, I delivered room service to Miss May in room 303. The guest had requested iced coffee. $18 was the charge, I recall.
I see.
Let me read it.
Oh, sorry. $18. Doesn't that seem a bit expensive?
Yes, well, iced coffee for 2, you know.
There you go.
And we don't skimp on the ice, sir.
What did he say? What did you say?
Oh, rather, quite.
Bellboy, tell us the truth now.
Does he not have a name?
Was someone else staying in Miss May's room?
I object. That was objectionable.
That's not a valid objection. Objection overruled.
The judge's like, no.
The witness will answer the question.
Yes, I see.
Why did you not mention this in your testimony?
Well, sir, you didn't ask.
Nice try. That's the sort of thing you're normally supposed to mention.
Ah, yes, quite. Indeed. It was the good barrister there, Mr. Edgeworth, who... He asked me not to mention it if I wasn't specifically asked, sir.
That is so fucking shady. He would get sanctioned.
He would get shanked.
He'd get sanctioned.
Ooh! You fool!
You get on.
Yugi boy.
I've done it. I've won.
Well...
Don't say that yet, please.
I think he was just thinking that.
Miss April May. Miss April May checked into a twin room with a man. Correct?
How do you know that?
Yes, sir.
So if I'd asked about check-in, I probably would have gotten to that a little more direct.
I don't know, I guess.
Then when you brought them room service...
I think you probably always get there eventually.
Yeah, I guess, is there a way, like, you can fail in this game and, like...
The only way I've ever failed is doing the wrong evidence too many times.
Ah, okay.
Failing out, but...
You didn't see that man...
Tampering with the witness.
You didn't see that man in your room?
That's right, sir. I bang on these tables so much.
Your Honor, we have just learned of another person involved who may have been the murderer. In light of this new fact, I hold that it's impossible to judge the defendant. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Edgeworth?
And who, Mr. Wright? Who is this other person?
Simple. It was the man with Miss May.
Sometimes I think they throw these in just to throw you off.
The man who checked in with Miss May.
Phoenix boy.
Oof. Your Honor, as has been previously revealed, Miss April May was tapping the victim's phone. Yet Miss May herself has an alibi to the time of the murder. However, that does not clear the man that was with her. The bellboy saw no one else in the room at the time of the murder.
My, what a convenient little setup. But it's too late.
Too late? I suppose you'd like it if it was too late, wouldn't you?
It's gonna break the table.
After all, it was you who hid the presence of the other man from this court.
You're accusing Edgeworth.
Upstart. Amateur.
Amateur.
These accusations are ludicrous.
I mean, he literally.
I mean, no, he did.
He said
Just
it.
admitted
Like
to
the bellboy just admitted to that. Enough. The court acknowledges the defense's argument. I expect the
Luda.
prosecution defense to look into this matter fully. Am I understood?
I'm gonna look into it.
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
That is all for today. For the trial of Maya Fey.
You had it right the first time.
I know. I second guess myself every time. Court is adjourned.
Damn, Phoenix, you did it.
Damn. September 7th, 2:24 p.m. District Court. Defendant lobby number 1.
Mr. Wright, you were amazing in there.
Really?
I think I might be your newest fan.
Oh, I was just doing my job, you know?
Then again, that other attorney was pretty cool too.
Huh?
That face of his with his eyes wide and trembling lips. It sent shivers up my spine.
If you say so.
So, what happens with me? Do I get to go home now?
Well... No, I don't think so. Not yet.
Oh, I see.
But I got a great lead in today's trial.
A lead?
That man was Miss May. He's the key.
Oh, I get it. What happened to Miss May after that anyway?
I heard they arrested her. I guess she won't... She's learning from her charms won't work on it won't work everywhere. I'm losing my ability to read.
He's tired. Phoenix is tired.
She's probably at the detention center now. I may have to go down there later. Anyway. This case is far from closed.
Yes, sir!
I'm going to find out more about this man.
Do you think he was the one who...
Maybe so.
Sis,
Don't worry. I'll find him by tomorrow, I promise.
I'm counting on you.
I asked for a full record of April May's testimony. I thought it might come in handy during the trial tomorrow. But now that I have it, I'm not so sure. Most of her testimony was all lies. In fact, there's only one part that hasn't been stricken from the record. May's testimony at the court record. The victim dodged an attack and ran to the right. She was caught and struck. That's the only part that didn't get...
Wasn't a lie.
Well, they don't... Just because she was lying doesn't mean they strike it from the record, though. Like, they could still use that to impeach people.
Well, yeah.
There's all that other stuff she said that would have been so helpful about the wiretap and everything. Anyway, it's time to hit the pavement and do some investigating. Maya doesn't belong in the detention center, and it's up to me to set her free.
To be continued.
I like this game.
I told you would.
Yeah, I really like it. So I'm thinking this might be a good place to stop for a little while.
Okay.
Because we need to probably do like some dinner or
Probably.
something. But I'm down to play some more later.
Okay.
If you want to. So your dad is enjoying the stream, LB.
Hi, Dad.
I'm glad he likes it. We might do some more of this later on, but I think we're gonna take a break. My eyes need a brief break from reading
reading.
these. Yeah, but I'm I'm really enjoying. I'm really digging this. it does remind me of my mock trial and
Your law school
my
days.
law school days. Except I can't ask the questions that I want to ask. So that's the only frustrating part.
There you go.
Because Phoenix is a little bit of a dum-dum.
Well, he just started.
He tries.
He just started.
but
He
yeah.
just became a lawyer.
Do you know
like
how
a
many
week ago.
episodes are in this?
I don't know.
No. Well, there's 3 games. So
There's 3
plenty of
games.
this to
I want to
play.
say altogether there's like the trilogy is like 30 hours or so.
Yeah.
And then with us reading it takes longer. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna take a break for a little while, figure out some dinner, stretch our legs and all that, and yeah, we'll probably be back on to stream some more of this later.
Yeah.
We were talking about either doing that or some Resident Evil, but I'm kind of digging this right now, so
Yes.
I want to do more of this. But thanks everyone for hanging out. We'll be back on. We'll tweet when we're going back
Yeah.
live. So yeah,
Phoenix
Phoenix is a himbo.
Definitely.
Yeah. 14 episodes. That's good to know. We got so much more of this. So we will see you all in a little while. And everyone have a good evening. Bye.